it should be this way. Like, I shouldn't wake up every day trying to figure out how am I going to be mentally okay for 10 hours. 10 hours. Mind you, I'm shaking. It's more than 10 hours. Because like I said, when their dad gets home, I'm still on full duty. Don't nobody watch your kids like you, the mother. That's it. Everybody be offended, I don't give a fuck. Because at the end of the day, I'm the only one really risking my fucking life. Mentally, like. It was just a conversation I had brought up on Facebook. It wasn't a conversation. I brought something up saying, I don't know how I didn't off myself yet. You know what I mean? I had one girl I went to school with comment on it. At the end of the day, she was being brutally honest, that's all. You know what I mean? So at first it kind of triggered me. But at the end of the day, it's true. But then again, like us moms, we feel like this daily. I don't mean I want to go kill myself. But I do mean sometimes I'll probably go hang myself in the bathroom and nothing. I got 2 more seconds of breath, I'm going to let it go. I'm going to come back. You know what I'm saying? But life is a journey. It really is. Life is lessons. It really is. If you are a mom and you are doing it on your own, your husband's supporting things financially, it's not a lot. It's not a lot. Us as moms, as wives, the ones who cannot go outside and make bread on their own because they're caring for children all day, we deserve the most praise in the world, bro. But people be looking at me like, you should be used to this by now. Like, no. I'm never going to be used to this. Ever. Even if there's a fire.
Something I struggle with so much in this season of motherhood, which is the early years, I have a 4-year-old, a almost 2-year-old, and a newborn, is how much I am needed all the time. It is so frustrating. It is so debilitating to almost feel like you are not your own person and like you don't matter. Your needs don't matter. Like, we all know that you can't pour from an empty cup. But if you're a mom, especially with young children, you are literally not only required to pour from an empty cup, there's no other way around it. There's no way your cup is full. Even if you try to fill your cup, doesn't even get close. So you're not only required to pour from an empty cup to everybody, to every single one of your children, to your husband, you're also supposed to do it with a smile on your face all the time. If you complain, if you are unhappy or stressed out, you are judged for being ungrateful or that you're not a good mom. And it's like, I know this is just a season, and this is a season of total surrender and selflessness. But for 5 years, I've been either pregnant, nursing, pumping, postpartum, on weight loss journeys. My first 2 pregnancies, I gained over 65 pounds. You don't even know who you are. And even if you try, you can't, there's no time to discover it. You're literally in the trenches of this season where it's not about you, but it's so much not about you that you literally feel like you have no identity. And it is very, very hard. I'm not alone in those feelings, but sometimes it feels like you're alone because this is the shit no one talks about. And it's the shit that you're just supposed to accept for what it is, because that just comes with the territory of mom life. This morning was one of those days where I just wanted to cry and scream and run away. Everyone needed me at the exact same time. And I already feel like I don't do enough.
Isn't it weird how you just become a mom and then all of a sudden become super anxious? I cannot do anything. Guys, please stop. Please stop for mommy gentle parenting. I can't do anything without getting anxiety. I can't go anywhere without getting anxiety. I can't go in a car, on the highway, on the road, eat a food. I'm looking at meat differently. I'm anxious about everything. Baby caught, RSV. Lump on my neck, I'm dying. Why do I feel like this? Please, I am so trying to find the joy in all of this. And there is joy, so please, if this is the first video you've ever seen of me and you just land on my page, I'm happy, I'm joyful, but I just feel...
The thing nobody tells you about motherhood is that before you have a kid, you have all these hobbies and activities that define you, and you spend decades figuring them out. And then you have a kid, and you don't know anything about yourself aside from the fact that you would do anything to protect this child. You would give anything up. So you become super preoccupied by raising them, right? And this is emotional, you're all imbalanced, it's physical, you don't sleep all night. It's hard to even do things you used to like to do before, like snowboard or ski, because you maybe have to pump in between runs, which is what I did. And it becomes harder and harder to have hobbies. So you drop them. You can't find the time. At work, you could do pretty well with the right support system, because with 8 uninterrupted hours as a mom, you realize you can literally make mountains move. But all the other pieces of you disappear, and you become a meme about a millennial wearing skinny jeans. If you're a mom and you feel like you're there, I see you.
Let's talk about this, because right now, I legitimately do not want to be a mom. And I don't mean today I don't want to be a mom. I mean today, I don't want to ever be a mom. I made the wrong choices. Now, I've gone through this before, but this time around, I have zero shame over it. And here's why. Because every single mother has felt this before. And if they say they haven't, they're lying. Maybe not to you, but definitely to themselves. Also, you can love something more than life itself and not want to be their parent. I know those two things seem contradictory, but guess what? They can coexist at the same time. Number 3 of why I don't feel any shame anymore is because I haven't left. And despite how stuck we are, guess what, ladies? We could actually leave. People do it. You could pack your bags right now and head out the door, but you haven't. And I haven't. We're right here, realizing that I had the actual choice to leave or stay, not feeling stuck anymore. Oh, that has healed half of the issues right there. It is 1000% understandable that you would be like, this sucks, this is stupid, I don't want to do this. And you don't have to. So either leave and figure out how to be happy in leaving, or stay and figure out how to be happy staying. Obviously, before that, we can pout and be sad and throw a pity party for a minute, though.
When I say single motherhood isn't for the weak, this is what I'm talking about. I'm going to give you a snapshot of my week. Monday, I went to work. Around 1 o'clock, my youngest son was sick. Had to go pick him up with strep again for the 2nd time this month. Yes, the tonsils are coming out. Had to stay home Tuesday. Had to stay home Wednesday. Today is Thursday. And I went to work. Get a call around 4:30. I get out of work at 5. That now my oldest is sick. Get home at 5:15. He has a headache. Doesn't feel well. Have to, obviously take care of. My youngest is feeling better. But now my oldest is not. So, more likely than not, I'll be home tomorrow too. Which means, because I don't have any backup on when my kids are sick, I would have worked only a full day on Thursday. This is what I mean when single moms don't have backup. Because there's no way that his father's gonna take him. I'd bet my life on that. Just saying.
Here's a few things that I struggled with by being undiagnosed ADHD that were made worse once I became a mother. Emotional regulation, or dysregulation. I at first chopped it up to mom rage, which is a subset of postpartum anxiety, but it was absolutely just my complete inability to control my emotions at any given point, and it was made so much worse because my demand had turned up 400 times, and I was responding to her emotions, which is a huge challenge. Making any type of decision. I used to meal plan and meal prep every single week, and it got to the point where at 3 p.m. every day when my partner would say, hey, what's for dinner? I would say with no hesitation, I literally don't care. I actually cannot even think about it. Cleaning. We tried hiring a cleaner. That didn't work. Just any type of staying on top of anything around the house at all. Absolutely could not. I was in complete paralysis all of the time. Absolute overwhelm.
When their dad gets home, I'm still on full duty.
In no way, shape, or form am I bashing or judging this mama, but I have to fucking say this. Now, me being a single mother too, I ain't no better than nobody. But remember when I told y'all that these men are fucking useless? This what the fuck we be talking about. This woman is married. Y'all be so shocked and surprised when we tell y'all the ring don't stop nothing, because it don't. These men are fucking useless. They're useless as fuck. And this is a prime example of it. This mother should not be losing her mind because she's taking care of 3 children and is married and is still essentially doing the shit by her fucking self. By herself. I already told y'all a story about when my daughter daddy was at the fucking hospital. She hooping and hollering and screaming at the top of her fucking lungs, and his ass didn't move. I can imagine living in the house with him and having to tell him how to take care of his own fucking child. If y'all go watch the whole video, which I kind of stopped at this point anyway, because it baffles me. Because a lot of women think when they get married or they have children with a man that means something. On paper, it looks good. With no transparency, yes, it looks good. But y'all can sit up here and say, girl, you just mad because say what you want, babe. Say what the fuck you want, okay? Yeah. But this is prime example that this type of shit happens behind the scenes all the time with married women, because they're taking care of their kids full time with a man in the fucking house. Y'all ain't gonna have, I tell everybody that don't have kids, don't have them. Especially if you think you're gonna have them because you want them because of the person that you having them with. You cannot bank on that man being there to help you with them kids, even if he's physically in the fucking home with y'all. You cannot bank on him helping you with that fucking child. Have the baby for you, however many kids it's gonna be. Because this is a lot of women's reality. And I'm so glad that she is being transparent enough to tell us what's really going on. She needs help. I need help. A lot of us mothers out here need help. It's so very rare that people actually have a village when we have these kids. For the most part, I just got God. And that's me being one. I just have God. For the majority of my time with my kids, I have God. Ridiculous that women are really going through this, because the women is not the